are the Steelers secretly in plain view punting on 2026? I say yes. I say yes, Big G. I think the Steelers. This is what they're doing to say we are not serious about winning football games, and not enough people want to just talk about it. So, not enough
Well,
people want to talk about it.
well, B, let me ask you this, man. And I think both me and you can agree with this for sure. We've identified the rebuild because they sunk all the money into the defense. Okay. They paid Minka big bread. They paid Cam. They're going to pay TJ. That's normally you pay the defense until you identify the franchise quarterback. So if they're not serious, can I say maybe they're not serious about making a playoff run? But I think they still want to be relevant enough to be a 8-8, 9-7. I mean, yeah, 8-8, 9-7, 10-6 football team. I think they're still in that range because they have too much talent to not be that good. And it's not like the schedule is just all like that. So are they relevant for a Super Bowl or serious about making a playoff run or Super Bowl? I'm with you, but do they still want to win games? I don't see them losing. I don't see them going less than 8-8, man. I just don't see it. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe I'm being biased. I don't know, but I don't see that happening, bro.
Hmm. Here's the thing: is that I, I it's hard to say because we've seen them with Duck Hodges go 8-8.
Facts.
I mean, we saw that.
Mm-hmm.
But football's different. That was a few years ago, man. Things are different now. We can't look
Mm-hmm.
at it back then
Mm-hmm.
and figure some things out. I just think we're at this point or where we are. But I still will come back to this. I'll come back to this.
Mm-hmm.
If the O line can play, if the O line is okay, I think the Steelers are still going to be all right.
Yeah.
And I don't care who the quarterback is. If
Yeah.
the O line is okay, I didn't say good or great. If the O line is okay, I still believe that the Steelers can be okay.
Yeah.
I still believe that. So,
B, they sunk draft capital in the O line. That three of the starting O line are first and second round draft picks over the last couple of years. We got one. We stole one with Mason McCormick. So there's four, right? If they sunk that in there, if the O line is relevant, doesn't that put us in position to insert the franchise quarterback between now and the end of 2026? Because you got to have the line to protect him first. So you insert the quarterback after you get the line. And I think that's what they've done. I'm a firm believer that they're going to be average or better. I think they're in the right place, and I think the O line is matured. I think they've gotten stronger, and I think the camaraderie is there. The issue is the health. We talk about how horrible they looked last year, but they was beat up, and they had a rookie that was out there playing that couldn't find a nut. He was blind as all get up at times because
right,
he had hit the rookie wall. So
right.
so I think now that the Steelers are healthy 100%, I think you're going to insert Troy Fautanu. Mason McCormick, damn for sure, has gotten better. Zach Frazier ready to roll. He was ready day one. And now putting Broderick in his right spot with Siamalu healthy, we're going to be better than average, bro. We're going to be better than average. I'm just telling you, I can see it. You can see it. Listen, how many
Yeah.
times did we talk about all 22 film and look like, dude, look, if he just turns the dude, if he makes one more step, if he just puts a little bit more effort, a 5-yard run turns into a 20 or 30-yard run.
Yeah.
So I think they're there. I might be wrong, B, but I think they're there, bro.
I mean, it's the tackles. If the tackles show up, I think Isaac will be there. I think we already know Frazier's going to be there, and if McCormick just gets better, I mean, if he just brings a little bit of technique to the motor that he already has, they're going to be okay. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
they're going to be okay. I'm not real worried about Isaac to be. And a lot of people are saying, "Well, he's over 30." I'm like, 30 is not the automatic shutdown mode that people try to say that it is.
Yeah,
Running back, maybe, if they've taken a
yeah,
lot of hits. But
yeah.
every position, just because you're 30 years old, doesn't mean that you're on the downhill slide. Man, hell,
Mm-hmm.
your athletic prime doesn't end until 33. Now, football's different because football, you're in car crashes every play, so I understand. But 30 years old doesn't just, oh, he's 30, that's it. No, it doesn't mean that.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't mean that.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So we'll find out. So that we'll find out. Brian White is not a Steelers fan because every single thing that he has said tonight about the Steelers is negative. So I think he's a Browns fan that's trolling in here, fellas. Now Zach Frazier's going to hit the sophomore slump. The
No.
line is going to be terrible. Nobody's good. It's like, bro, it's okay to be a Browns fan. Just tell us. We're all good. We'll let you in. We'll let you in. We don't mind. We don't mind. Either way, that's where I'm at with it. Is
Yeah.
that we're relying on the O line of, and what are we doing with wide receiver 2? We don't have a
Mm.
wide receiver 2. We're talking about Calvin Austin. We're talking about undrafted free agent. It doesn't seem like the Pittsburgh Steelers are even remotely going um, to go and or trade for somebody. It doesn't look like we're trying to do that. So I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is at this point. That's why I'm like, come on, man. Are we really serious? We're not serious about the quarterback. We're not serious about trying to improve the offense the best we can. What are we doing? What are we doing?
I think they sold on Roman Wilson, man. And I know me and you got different views on that. But I think they're sold on Rome, man. I really think that they're sold on Roman Wilson. I think that Roman Wilson, let me just say this. If Roman Wilson has a season comparable to when Tyler Lockett first started for Seattle, we got one. That's all I'm saying. If he's comparable to Tyler Lockett, not Tyler Lockett when they was killing it in the Super Bowl. I'm not talking about that, Kyler. I'm talking about when he first started out, because Tyler Lockett was a late round draft pick out of Kansas State. People didn't know who the heck Tyler Lockett was like that. But when Tyler Lockett showed that he could catch, showed that he was tough, showed that he could come across the middle, showed that he could block, yeah, they had one. And so if Roman Wilson can show that, bro, I think we got one, and it's like a Tyler Lockett, because that's all you need standing beside DK. All you need standing beside DK is a Tyler Lockett.
I mean, but they don't have Tyler Lockett. So,
Facts.
and I know you're talking about Roman Wilson. I guess that's the guy. I said last night, if he actually shows a pulse, because what Roman Wilson actually was at Michigan, and this is why they drafted him, he was fast, he could catch the ball going over the middle, he's tough as nails, and he could block his ass off.
Mm-hmm.
If he can do those things, okay. But we just
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen it. And I think that's why me and basically all of the chat and everybody is so skeptical, because we're like, we're putting our hopes in a guy that literally couldn't get on the field last year. And
Mm.
it wasn't only because he was hurt. The
Mm-hmm.
Steelers didn't trust him. And if
Mm.
they don't trust you, to me, that's just a problem. That's
Mm.
just a problem. I don't know, but it's just a problem. But I mean, if he can play,
Mm.
if he can, we found something. That's
Yeah,
all I will say. We have found something.
yeah. I think we got one. I really do. I think we got one. And I think Calvin Austin III is going to do well in the slot. So I think we're not as bad as what we think. It's just the fact of listen. What's killing Steeler fans across the board is there's so much unknowns. I cannot remember in my lifetime how much unknown we actually had coming into a season. B. I can't recall a time ever in my listen. I've been down with the Steelers since 1977. I cannot remember a time since 1977 we had we don't know what the heck we are. There's a lot of going on with Pittsburgh. Wide receiver 2, quarterback, what's going on with TJ? Do we have a corner that's opposite of JPJ? Can our middle linebackers actually tackle? Do we have enough defensive tackles that's not going to give you 300 yards rushing on us? What's up with the offensive line? Are they serviceable? Man, this is more questions in one offseason that I've ever seen in my whole entire life for the Steelers, man.
Now that I can get down with, because you're right. We don't know so much on
Mm-hmm.
what's going on. We
Mm-hmm.
just don't know what's going on as far as a lot of positions. Clearly,
Mm-hmm.
quarterback, wide receiver, too. All the stuff that you mentioned, Big G. We just
Mm-hmm.
don't know what's going on. and there's so much so much up in the air. But here's the thing: if it hits, it's like, will all of it hit or will all
Mm,
of it miss? Because I feel like the Steelers have been kind of in a mix of all of it, and that's why we get the 9-8 finishes, the 10-7s, but we can never win in the playoffs. Is this the year? And I'll ask you, Chat, is this the year that everything misses on the Steelers and we just completely crash out? Or is this the year that it all comes together and the Steelers are better than what people anticipated and we get a 12-5, win a division, and win a playoff game? Can
mm,
that happen? Or better
mm,
yet, because anything can happen,
mm,
will that happen? That is the
mm.
question I pose to the chat and to you, Big G.
I'm leaning more so if I could go percentage, I'm leaning more of 70-30 that it will happen versus 30-70 that it won't happen. Because a lot of it, I can see it. I can see the improvement of the offensive line. I know that Slay still got something left in the tank.
Right?
I know that Eccles is going to play slot corner and be better. I know Peyton Wilson is going to jump and deserves to get the green dot and let Patrick Queen run free. I've seen Harmon on tape. I think Keanu Benton is coming around. I know Cam's health is going to be better. I know Black is a monster. Okay. So those things I know. Roman Wilson, it, does he got it to potential? Yeah. I know about the tight ends, which could be a wide receiver 2 with the 2 different guys. The quarterback, can Mason win 9, 10 games? So I'm getting a lot more yeses than I am no. So that's why I'm saying I'm leaning more towards this could be the year that we actually hit and do a 12-5 and win the division and win a playoff game. I'm leaning more towards yes than I am no, bro.
I want to be there. I'm just not there yet.
That's
I'm just
fair.
not excited. I'm not, look. I don't. Again, I've said it before. The Steelers can win 9 or 10 games with Mason Rudolph as the quarterback. They can
Mm-hmm.
absolutely do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I've seen it too many times, and maybe I'm
Yeah.
jaded as a fan. And right
Yeah.
now, I just that's where I'm at with it. That's where
Mm-hmm.
I'm at with it. Can we survive? Can we get over the top where everything hits? Because
Mm-hmm.
there's teams out there where everything hits. It's not like I'm asking for something that we've never seen. Oh, well, come on, Big B. Nothing hits on every team. Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. A lot. On other
Mm-hmm.
teams, on other good franchises, things hit like Philadelphia Eagles last year. Everybody was good. Like, where were they not good? O line, D line, quarterback, wide receiver, corner, linebackers. I mean, secondary, everything was good,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't expected. Don't act like Zach Braun was somebody that they expected to be an all pro. He was a damn
Mm-hmm.
special teams guy before that. And he's turned into a first team all pro. Things hit sometimes. Are the Steelers going to be one of those franchise?
Mm.
Deacon DJ with the super chat. Thanks for supporting the channel. What he has to say is, will they throw the ball to Darnell Washington over the middle this year?
I hope to
Him,
God.
Fryermuth, whoever. I don't care who it is. Just throw the ball over the middle.
Mm-hmm. And listen, Mason, I'm gonna tell you something. Go back and watch Mason Lee when he was here last time.
He threw the ball over the middle.
Oh my God, did he ever? That was his main thing, B. He was running crossing routes,
He did.
underneath routes, comeback routes.
He
Yeah,
did.
that was his thing. He couldn't complete a pass on the outside to save his damn life. But across the middle, yep. Yeah. Fryer Move ate that year that Mason was the quarterback. He was out there killing them. That's where he got his claim to fame at.
Sure
So yeah.
did.
So Mason gonna throw that damn ball across the middle. You better believe that, bro. You can take that as count that as facts.
Good point by Capricorn Steel here. He's talking about Bond. Like I said, he came out of nowhere last year. The D line made him an all pro. You're absolutely right. You're
Mm-hmm.
absolutely right. They did. And not only
Mm-hmm.
that, it got him a fat contract too.
Sure did.
So got him a huge contract.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to be jaded just yet. We got a long way to go before the season starts. I think I saw something today. It's 100 days.
Mhm.
100 days until the season. We got a lot of football, a lot of practice, a lot of things still to be developed before we get dive into the meat and potatoes. Um, I'm just disappointed. I apologize, chat. I apologize, man. I'm just disappointed. I think why I'm disappointed, G and chat, is because I think deep down in my soul, I put this deadline on Rodgers and the Steelers because I truly believe it. I thought there'd be a way, yep, he's going to sign at the last minute and show up. And he didn't. And I think it's important. I don't care what any of y'all say. OTAs are important. Otherwise, veterans they wouldn't show up if it didn't mean anything. We got to stop lying to ourselves saying it doesn't mean anything. Yes, it does. Is it mandatory? No, but it does mean something. It absolutely does. Alonzo Dunn with the super chat here. He said off topic. Ooh, says off topic. I got to run, stay strong, and keep the faith. We appreciate you, Alonzo. Thank you again, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you always for supporting the channel and being in here and being lively.
B, I'm about to hit you with a new sign. Nah, wait, bro. Just wait one damn minute, B. Just wait a minute, man. It's gonna be all right, man. And listen, do I need to put my therapist hat on this evening and get you through this? Because we're gonna be all right, man. And listen, the first thing I'm gonna tell you is let's speak facts. Get Aaron Rodgers out of here. Let's face that reality. And let's work on what we got right now, B. Let's work on what we got. We're gonna be all right, man. We're gonna be all right. Don't crash out yet. Not yet.
I got you. Torsha, we appreciate you being in here. We know you're always in here. Thank you. I know you got to run. We appreciate you. So, I think that's my thing. So, I think that's my thing. And it doesn't
Mhm.
matter that he's 41 years old. He showed up at 39 years old at Jets minicamp or Jets OTAs the first year he was there. He was there for all of them. But
Facts.
and now the Steelers aren't good enough for him to show up? Come on, man. Stop.
That's
Stop.
that
And
2
again,
a.m.
why was he there? If it didn't mean anything and he went to all the OTAs his first year with the Jets. Now, last year he didn't show up to anything. I thought that was crazy, but whatever. But he
Mhm.
showed up for all of them the first year he was there. But the Steelers don't deserve the same respect? That's all I'm asking. Why can't we get the same respect that he gave the damn New York Jets? That's
It,
all I'm asking. And
but he wasn't there for the Jets. He was there for the media. He's a
yeah,
darling.
yeah,
He's a
yeah.
darling, bro. He wasn't there for the there ain't no media in Pittsburgh. Us. You know what I'm saying? People like us, we the media. There ain't no media like that. He was there for New York media. He wasn't there for the Jets, man. Don't let him run that smoke screen on you. Rodgers is all about Rodgers, bro. He's all about Rodgers. He ain't about nobody else
Yeah.
but Rodgers.
Yeah. I mean, you're right about that. You're right about that. So that self-made has a good point here. Self-made said, as long as Mike Tomlin is in the building, we'll be okay. I don't care what anyone says. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Mm,
I don't know.
mhm,
I'm not a Mike Tomlin basher, but my whole thing is I don't know. I'm just I think I'm the reason that I say that is because I'm just over the 9-8 and 10-7. I'm
mm.
past that point. I literally don't care about it. If it means we can't win in the playoffs. I just don't care. I literally don't. That's where I'm at with the Big G. 9-7 or 9-8, 10-7, great. But if it comes with another first round exit where we're not even competitive in the playoff game, how does that matter?
I get that. So you're frustrated and you want a playoff win. And that's what so I see how the two ends are tying. I see how Aaron Rodgers equals playoff win. I get that. That makes now it makes it's crystal clear. Rodgers in the building, we're going to get a playoff win, and we're tired of being in the middle. We're tired of
Yep.
being stuck. So I get that, bro. But B, I promise you this much, and this is just my opinion. If we're stuck this year, this is the last time we're gonna be stuck. It's over with. We got too much damn draft capital in 2026 to be stuck ever again.
Yeah.
If we are gonna be stuck, 9-8, 10-7, 11-6, first
Right.
round exit. This is it. This is it. No more of it.
The thing about it is, and self-made's got a good point. We're rebuilding. And the Steelers are one of the only teams that I know can be rebuilding and still be above 500 because most
Mhm,
teams, that's not what they do. They stink
mhm.
as they rebuild and we've been able to be competitive. Claude, talking to
Oh,
Big G, says, G, you're finally making a little sense. About time.
Claude,
Put Claude in the Matrix, man. Put him in the Matrix, Big
no,
G.
I've been making sense the whole time, Claude. Your ears is finally open up to hear it, man. You finally believing in G Stradamus. I've been telling you all along what's happening with you, man. Just you got to believe in Stradamus, man. I'm gonna lead you in the right path for the Steelers, man. Lead you in the right path, Claude.